The Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio held talks on the sidelines of the ASEAN summit, the foreign ministers meeting, in fact, in Malaysia. Lavrov and Rubio, they had a brief informal, it's a standing conversation in Kuala Lumpur, and their talks followed a 50-minute meeting between the two of them on Thursday. Lavrov said that he outlined Putin's position on settling the Ukraine war during that meeting with Rubio.
We discussed with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio the Ukraine crisis, and we reaffirmed our position stated by President Putin. And he reiterated this position once again during the phone call with President Trump on July 3rd.
Russia is awaiting a major statement from the US President Donald Trump, which is expected on Monday, as confirmed by the Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov.
We are waiting for the statement itself so that we can understand what President Trump meant. We carefully monitor all the details in the comments of the US leader.
Trump, speaking to NBC News, did not disclose details of the statement, but has recently voiced frustration with Russian President Vladimir Putin over the Russia-Ukraine conflict. The announcement coincides with new NATO weapons deliveries to Ukraine, which Peskov dismissed as just business, noting Kiev's poor receipt of arms. The statement's content remains unclear, but it could signal a shift in US policy or rhetoric towards Russia, potentially impacting diplomatic relations or the ongoing conflict. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump has said that the United States would supply weapons to Ukraine via NATO. In recent days, Trump has expressed frustration with the Russian President Vladimir Putin over the lack of progress towards ending this conflict. Trump also said that he was talking about what he called a new deal between the US, NATO allies and Ukraine over weapons shipment from the United States. Sources said for the first time since returning to office, Trump will send weapons to Kiev under a presidential power frequently used by his predecessor.